Oh, okay. So it's 3D.
Yeah, and then this fingertip encryption pad just allows you to, it's all 3D. Allows you to go around the map.
Wow.
And we can go down into the toward Lawrenceville here, and we can scroll out just a little bit.
So this has two SD slots.
Yes, so you can use multiple cards as far as
Oh,
that
wow.
goes.
Okay.
So literally, I've got an 8G card with probably 2,000 songs on it, something like that. So it just goes right to the library, just how you have it formatted.
Oh, okay.
And as I get closer, you can see it's populating the buildings, the actual buildings downtown.
Yes.
Now with Google Earth, with that SIM cord interfaced with it, it's going to show the actual buildings from the sky view
Oh.
on there. And this is the first vehicle in North America with a Wi-Fi hotspot. So you're going to have the ability to hook up 8 different wireless devices along with the Google Connect. So you're going to have a roaming Wi-Fi hotspot that's going to work with the SIM card. And also Google Connect, which is going to give you the ability with a touch of a button to access, any inquiries you like on Google. They will limit you on information to be read if you're moving.
Okay.
If you're stopped, it'll pull up the whole story on CNN. It doesn't have a problem with that, but they do have some safety features incorporated within it.
This wood grain is amazing.
Yes, this is their nautical wood grain finish that they're using. It's just a lot more classic than say the polyurethane
Yes.
finishes that they use. This
And
has a distinct kind of a yacht look.
the sound system is
Yeah, the Bang & Olufsen sound system was specifically designed for the Audi vehicles, and it is the highest clarity system available in the world in auto format.
these have
Yes.
the famous speakers I always like to see on the A8. So they actually have them on the A7 also.
Yes, Yeah, a lot of the features you're seeing on the A8, whether it be the LED headlights, the LED daytime running lights naturally, or the Presense Plus, which is a safety system that incorporates a few different safety driver awareness systems, I'd rather call them. And those systems are lane assist, so if you would deviate from your lane slightly, the steering wheel is going to buzz just a little bit to keep the driver up and alert. The safety impact system, which if you're approaching a car and it senses that there's going to be impact within a few seconds, it's going to jolt the brakes for you and vibrate the wheel.
Okay.
If you apply the brakes quickly and it senses that there's not enough pressure on the brakes, it's going to continue to activate the brakes even harder to avoid that impact.
Okay.
Also, this has the night vision feature, which is the infrared safety system that allows you to see pedestrians heat sinking, so it does pick up warm-blooded objects. The pedestrians it puts in a box to give you a little extra warning on a person, and it separates those from, say, a deer or something, but it's going to show you both.
Now this display almost looks 3D-ish almost. I mean, it's the way you've got it.
Yeah, and right now the doors are open, but the system itself. Let's see here. Okay, always got a system, but with the menu button here, I can pull up my onboard computer. Let's see, that's the volume, but over here I can pull up different systems on the vehicle to
Wow.
to look at. Now the onboard computer here, I can that's your jukebox notable files. One second here, and it will allow me to pick different.
So basically, you're right at your
See
fingertips.
your driving time, your average consumption, your average speed, your route, and then if I go with the night vision, well, I can't see it over there, but it's the middle button there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna basically.
Oh wow.
Let me go here. Okay, no problem. Okay. fix there.
Oh wow.
If you'll press the night vision now. After it goes through the systems check. Yeah, it's going to give you, right now we're during the day, but what's it saying there?
Never rely. You see a person walk? I seen a person.
Yeah, most certainly. And that's all displayed right in front of you.
Oh wow, that was slow. Wow,
And that goes 300 yards beyond your headlights, so that's
wow, that's
all
amazing.
going to be able to be done.
Wow.
With that, you've got a manual spoiler here also. So in the back, you notice the spoiler will raise up for you here. At 83 miles an hour, that deploys automatically to give you some downforce.
Okay.
All things designed from their testing on the Autobahn, you know, for optimal performance handling at high speeds.
Now, if you was to say, now you see all these cars all day long, every day. Now, what sets? Okay, everybody knows about the A4.
Right.
Everybody knows about the A6. Everybody knows about the R8. Everybody knows about the A8. Now, the A7 for America is sparkling brand new, as it's been over in Germany forever. But what sets the A? What is the A7? What makes the A7 the A7?
Well, the A7 was designed as, you know, when we think about a coupe, we think about a two-door coupe.
Yes.
The A7 was designed to be a four-door coupe, with the respects that you notice there's no frames on these doors like all the sedans have.
Correct.
This door is frameless. Your mirrors are mounted on the shoulder line of the vehicle.
Yes.
It is a true four-seater.
Yes.
With exorbitant amount of storage in the back with the lift gate and the ability to bring the seats down to give you 24 more cubic feet of storage in the back of the vehicle. Wow. The lines of the vehicle with the slow tapering of the back end all the way to the trunk line or trunk lip on the back of the vehicle just make it very distinct in its styling, but really gives people more of that design flair that you see in, say, the A5, the two-door A5,
right?
but in a four-door version. Now they're experimenting with a four-door or an A7 with a retractable hardtop to make it the first four-door sedan convertible offered. They haven't put their signature to it yet, but it's definitely a prototype that's they've designed in Germany. If you go online and you put Audi A7 hardtop convertible in the Google search, it'll show you pictures of their prototype that they've designed.
But you know, I will be doing that.
You do have an A6, and you've got this centered right between this vehicle and the A8.
Right.
But a lot of the features that this takes on are, you know, the heads-up display. And I don't know if go ahead and put your foot on the brake again. I'm gonna start this real quick. Can you see the heads-up display on the out front on the?
I know the pieces there. We won't.
Can you see the numerals on the out? Let me go up to the. See if the heads-up display is on here. This vehicle, the roof or the hood, the fenders, the side doors, they're all aluminum alloy.
Okay.
So that lessens the weight of this vehicle by about 15% or so over its competition, along with the aluminum alloy suspension system, which makes it a lot freer handling with less roll because there's less unsprung weight from the weight of the suspension.
Right.
It holds a footprint in performance handling conditions just superior to, you know, nothing's as superior as this type of system as far as the way it handles and such.
Now, if I remember when we were talking about, you know, I had mentioned what was one of the major differences between like the Equus, which, you know, Hyundai is touting, even though they're trying to push it toward the A8, but we know it's not toward the A8. But you mentioned the underbody was one of the main cases of how Audi has done the underbody, and also the way they have also done their cabling. So
right, and basically the Hyundai Corporation, they purchase vehicles. They've purchased two from us just to take back to the factory and dismantle. They as a quote from one of their representatives, they hold the Audi interiors as to the highest standard of an interior as far as the fit, the finish, the elegance and ergonomics of the interiors, second to none. So
yes,
that's a growing company. They realize that they've, added a car, the Equus, with a lot of nice amenities, but still admit that it's not the fit and the finish and the attention to detail in the small areas as the Audi is, for sure.
They're still growing. I mean,
Most certainly, and
yeah.
it's a company that's got some great new models out with the Elantra. They're bringing out an Elantra Touring Edition, which will be a 5-door hatchback. They're also bringing out a 2-door Elantra that kind of looks like a little 3 Series BMW. So they're cutting edge, but they're bringing out an 8-speed transmission, which definitely has come from the design of the Audi 8-speed transmission for their Quattro.
Now this is one thing that amazes me about this vehicle. And this vehicle is you would expect this vehicle to get poor mileage for its size. It actually gets better mileage than my hardtop convertible.
Oh, certainly. And what Audi has done is they've incorporated a vehicle that's on an average as high as 33 on the highway, but as low as 28, with a 310 horsepower engine that is giving 325 foot-pounds of torque,
right,
which is incredible.
So
now,
it's gripping the road.
Most certainly, and it's moving down the road. There's 2 ways you can gain performance. You can get it through raw horsepower, which the negative of that is excessive fuel usage, or you can use it by means of a supercharger or a turbocharger in the sense of the diesel TDI Q7 that's out right now. Torque equates to performance directly, but with less fuel usage. Since you don't have the amount of fuel that's needed, you have the supercharger there getting the very most horsepower out of a vehicle with the very least amount of fuel usage. So that's the direction that Audi's going in their goal to achieve the absolute standard of vehicles, and they're going away from some of the big V8s. Most all their engine packages in the gas version are all going to be supercharged or turbocharged in the future.
Oh, okay.
The S7, which is coming out, will most likely have a 4-liter supercharged V8, which is going to have incredible amount of torque also to that, and great fuel economy compared to some of the other vehicles that are getting 5 to 6 miles per gallon less than this particular vehicle, or particular vehicles that are comparable in the V8 naturally aspirated engines, which most companies are using now. So that's the direction they're going. They're getting their performance out of a fuel efficient supercharger with less cylinders, basically, and less fuel usage.
Now we're sitting in one that has I don't know, other than somebody to make us some drinks. I think this has everything in it, but your mid-level or your beginning A7 is, what about the gas mileage for that? Will it still be?
It's still going to be the same engine. The pricing on this goes up as you add amenities. Now, the $59,250 is the base price. I understand we're at a final price of $80,300, but this has the Prestige package, which is your S-Line exterior, 19-inch wheels, the navigation with MMI Touch, the Audi Connect, which is the Google system that I mentioned for internet information. You've got your front and rear parking sensors that came with the push-button key start. Your Bose stereo upgraded system, which is an incredible system, pushing over 600 watts now. The front ventilated seats, which are cooled in the front. HD radio, your power steering, column adjustments electric, your adaptive headlighting, which self-levels and corners as the vehicle does. The 7-inch color driver information display that you see in the front of the vehicle. Now the added other items are a $5,900 Bang & Olufsen sound system. The innovation package, which is your Presense Plus, which I mentioned some of the driver assist systems that it has the lane change safety system, the lane assist, which helps you back into your lane with a little vibrating reminder, your side assist, which is your lane change. If you were to change lanes, these strobe very brightly if there's a car anywhere coming either direction through its sonar that it uses on the system. Also your adaptive cruise control. If you'd be coming up on a vehicle not paying attention, it's going to notice that you're gaining on that vehicle too quick. It's going to let you back and decrease the speed automatically as you change lanes with clearance in front of you. simply tap the gas and it goes back to the but again, a driver systems just keep the driver aware of his surroundings. The LED headlights, the heads-up display, the night vision, that's all part of this innovation package, Rafiq, and that's $5,800.
Okay.
So these two options are almost $12,000.
Right.
Right at it. So, and then the sport package has been added too. And that's your 20-inch wheels, which make this a beautiful, even more beautiful vehicle. The sport suspension, the 3-spoke multifunction steering wheel, the shift paddles.
Okay.
So this vehicle is pretty well fully equipped. But you could get into a nice vehicle for 65.
Right.
And not with all the and with the innovation package, you're still going to be right at 70. So.
Now, this whole control panel here, what do we have going on?
Well, this